What is it? All right, good people, what's happening? Good morning. You're listening to WOOM 92.9 South Philadelphia Community Radio. Bringing you another live edition of this 6-2 radio show. Hey, how you doing, Miss Lewis? Good to see you. Hey, I'm glad you guys are watching, listening on the radio. We want to give a moment of silence for we lost one of our brothers on the day ramp a couple of days ago, and I want to give a big shout out to Joel Castillo for putting it out there. And around this time, man, it's just with all this stuff that's going on, you know, you don't want to lose anybody, but any type of loss with everything that's going on, it just compiles the burden and you know how everybody's feeling. So our brother Harry Clark, he was on the day ramp. So we're gonna have a moment of silence for him. Let's pray for his family. Hold them in our, in our thoughts, in our prayers. All right. So I'm glad you guys are listening. So let's have this moment of silence for our brother Harry Clark. All right, good people. So I'm glad you guys are tuning in. Man, it's just a lot of stuff going on, and I'm hoping that everybody's is being as safe as possible. I know right now it's kind of difficult. I don't know. I know here in Pennsylvania, they got a in-house shut-in type thing unless you're a central employee, which you guys know. The workers at UPS are deemed essential. So they got to be out there working. And it's very, very funny to me that I went into the Oregon Avenue building a couple nights ago. And when you go in on Oregon Avenue side, there's a big like TV size screen. It says practice safe distancing and 6 feet apart. But when you go to the sword aisles, everybody's shoulder to shoulder. That's not practicing safe distancing. I talked to one of the guys at Oregon, the airport last night about it, and you know they don't have no answer. And I get it. We are essential. I'm not saying that we aren't, because we are. But all these rules and regulations that the CDC has, and all these safety precautions that they are trying to get us to take, they don't take them. We literally had to fight in the middle of the floor last night because one of our members wanted to wear a mask, and they was giving this brother, so they've been giving him a hard time for a while, wanting them to get him to sign a waiver. Why do you gotta sign a waiver? To be safe. They want you to sign a waiver listen, man. But you don't have to sign no waiver to wear a mask to protect yourself. We took care of that last night. It's just a mess in there, man, and it's starting to get to me. You know, I just don't like to see how people disrespected. I really don't. I really don't. And even the supervisors are upset. They mad too that they got to come in, work in these conditions, man. But I tell you, the dollar is very, very powerful, man. I get that, and we are essential. We move goods and services. I understand that too, and I agree. We are essential, but I think what needs to happen is, and what should have already been happening, is that the company and all these people that deem us essential should put a package together where they would give us whatever we need as far as gloves or mask, hand sanitizer, make sure the bathrooms have hot water and working properly, the building is clean. Man, it's so much discussing that building is a shame. And I kept hearing the same 3 words over and over and over again last night. 3 words from the members. They don't care. That's what the members are saying. They don't care. So, it's a shame. But to all my preloaders from Oregon Avenue, I know there's some discussion going on and some situation that I don't like and I don't agree with, despise what people are saying. I don't like the fact that they're moving the preload from, Monday? No, we have Monday through Saturday now, or Tuesday through Saturday, starting on Monday night, going into Saturday morning. I don't like that. I don't agree with it. We filed the grievance for it. The language does not support our argument, but we're gonna fight it. Our stance is it's a change of operations because you're moving a bidded full-time shift. You're changing the whole shift. To me, that's a change of operations. Their argument is, well, if you look at the language in Article 38, it talks about how it has to be a change in domicile and full-timers being laid off. That's not happening right now. The layoffs are not happening with the full-timers, nor is there a change in domicile. So that part they got us on. But we're still looking at ways to attack it. We're going to be talking to the preload manager soon to find out, because we have some questions and we want answered. And so we're going to find out what is the steps being taken if these things happen, because they're going to happen. And we want to know what's going to be in place when it happens. It's not if, it's when. We know, and we just want to be proactive about it. And so all my preloaders out there, listen, I'm not happy about this at all. At all. I don't agree with it. But the language, it just does not support the argument. We're trying to find some things now in there where we can attack it. We're looking at it, and we're going to keep you guys in the loop. We're going to keep fighting it. But I just don't like it, and I don't agree with it. So anybody that tell you that I do or that I co-signing it, that's absolutely false. Absolutely false. So really, I just want to, touch base on if you guys see anything in these buildings, reach out to me, call me, email me. I got plenty of pictures. I got some pictures last night. The place is disgusting, man. It's disgusting. Trash everywhere. Now the CDC is saying that these facilities should be clean. UPS gets online on TV and talk about how they clean. They don't. They may have tried to rep it up because they've been blasting on TV, but they should have been doing that. They should have been doing that. So, what needs to happen is you guys got to stick up for each other. Speak up. If you don't feel comfortable speaking up, I'll speak up for you. I'll have no problem with it. Right after the TV interview, on NBC Nightly News, there was a lot of people that reached out in our local, sending me pictures, all kinds of things, truck numbers, and it's not over. It's not over yet. Listen, we still gonna keep putting the pressure on. This is not over. Send the letter to the governor, fax it to him, email it to him, send it to him. We serious about this thing. If we are essential, like they say that we are, then they need to act like it. We shouldn't be putting our life on the line, and then we bring this stuff back home to our loved ones. No one's gonna take care of us. No one. So we gotta do it ourselves. And I'm hoping that the worker is paying attention. Please, I'm praying that y'all paying attention. Because, listen, deregulation we got through, the Great Depression we got through, 9/11 we got through all these things that, did something to the worker, the economy, and all to the country. The working man and woman and family has always gotten through it. Always. We've always survived. And we will continue to. But right now, I think we need to take this as, number one, a badge of honor that the country is running because of us. The nurse, the grocery store worker, the package handler, all these things, man. Listen, we need to understand the value that we have to this country. They're going to try to spin it and make it seem like you don't have no value. But listen, we are an invaluable resource. This country does not move without us. It doesn't. And we're proving that. But we need to make sure that they never forget it. And when I mean they, I mean big businesses, CEOs, governors, presidents, mayors, city councilmen. We need to put pressure on them constantly from this point on. You need us. They need us, not the other way around. Like I said before, Trump and these governors, they didn't go to David Abney and say, man, we think you are essential. Jeff Bezos. They didn't go to him and say, yo, you essential. All these CEOs, they didn't go to them. They went to the worker. Hey, we need you to be out there delivering these packages. We need you to go back to these hubs, sorting these packages. We need you to put your life on the line. David Abney ain't putting his life on the line. Bezos ain't putting his life on the line. They probably sitting at the house, working from home. And you in there shoulder to shoulder with your brother and sister, grinding, keeping the country moving, and they sitting at the house. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, because I'm telling you, they're going to try to make you forget. They're going to try to devalue you. When this is all over, they're going to talk to you like you're crazy. They're going to short you your money, and you're going to have to fight for it. You're going to have to file grievances, do all that kind of stuff. Right now, they see your value. Yo, what's up, Norm? They see your value right now. But I'm going to tell you something. They're going to try to make you forget your own value once this is over. And I'm going to tell you, if I got to do it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to tell you every single day that you are essential. Every single moment you are essential. Regardless if it's COVID, if it's layoff, whatever is going on in this country, whatever crisis, the worker is the most essential part of this country. And this right here, it proves it. And for every worker out there, every union, I don't care if you ask me, SEIU, Teamster, Carpenter, IATSE, man, whatever union you're in, don't ever let these guys forget that you are more than essential to this country. That's right, the backbone. The backbone, the blood, the sweat, the tears, we keep America, moving. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to let you guys forget. I'm not. I'm telling you. You guys going to get tired of me saying that you guys are essential now, you're essential then, and you always going to be essential. And these companies, I'm telling you, once they get out of this, they're gonna try to make you feel like you aren't, like you weren't. And I'm gonna be telling you every single day, you guys are more than essential. And to your families, you're everything. You're everything to your family. But listen, it's gonna take us to constantly remind ourselves, take the politics out of it, and really work together to show this country that we're more than just bodies. We're human beings. We're valuable. This country don't move without us. Those profits that those CEOs and high, ranking officials in these companies, they don't get them without you. And nothing moves without the worker. Matthew Maney says it best, and I'll never forget it. He says there is power in the worker. This right here is showing you how much power that you got. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. And when these contracts come up, I'm telling you, you need to remind these guys how much power you have. And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to walk the street. Walk the picket line. They need you more than you need them. And this is a perfect example. They need you more than you need them. Look at how much money the government is trying to pump into this economy. They're not trying to pump no money into your family. Now they just did. But look how long it took. They had a fight over that. Listen, I get it. The country does need to run. I'm not foolish, and I'm not, naive not to understand that the country does need to run. But what's it running on? It ain't running on CEOs. It ain't running on big business. It's running on the American worker. Plain and simple. We keep this country running. We keep the process going. Without us, like, what's the 76ers? What's the process? Listen, we are the process. The worker is the process. We the process. We everything. And this is showing it right now. So I'm just hoping you guys pay attention to this. Don't never let your boss forget it. When your boss try to get all big and tough and all this stuff, number one, file a grievance and remind them, yo, dude, we just kept this company running. We kept the company running. We kept the country running, not you. The working family. I was coming out of the shop last night after we did a building raid, and shout out to the E-board, man, and the whole team. I want to give kudos to them. Going through this time, man, I'm telling you, you start to see people for who they are. You really do. It's easy when the sun is shining, the grass is growing, the lilies growing up, roses, but you'll find out the true makeup of somebody when things are going south in the rain and chaos and everything is chaotic. You see who's real, and you see what people are made of. And I want to give a shout out to my guys, man, for stepping up, because we can't work from the hall, so we got to work from home, and then we at the buildings a lot more so people can see, because if the members are working, we're going to be working. That hall is not the union. The union is at the buildings, and that's where we need to be at. And so, that's our message to our members. Listen, you guys working, we're working, because, I got home last night after the raid, sat down, fell asleep. Next thing I know, it's time to get up. So I just, washed, and I came here. This is a non-stop situation. And, and we got to keep putting the pressure on this company. We have to. Because if we don't, listen, we going to be in trouble. But, oh yeah, Big ups to the whole board, man. Hughes, Romeo, everybody, man. Cal AU, Bagby, Jumbo, everybody, man. We gotta keep fighting, man. Espo, we gotta keep fighting these guys, and we will. It's not gonna stop. The fight is never over. We got plenty of fight. We just gotta make sure that we take our members with us. And I'm noticing every fight we're not gonna win. This whole preload thing, man, it bothers me. And I was talking to Espo about it last night, man. It bothers me that we don't have definite teeth, or definite. We know our position, but we're just gonna have to fight, man. We're gonna have to fight because I don't like what they're doing to the preloaders over there. A lot of those guys are senior guys, been here a long, long time, and for them to try to change their whole, even though it's a day, it doesn't matter that they're changing their whole shift. To me, that's a change in operations, and that's the way I'm standing. That's the way we standing. I just hate it, man. I do. But we're going on the other side of the break. We're gonna keep talking about your value, talking about how we plan on fighting this company, put pressure on them to make sure to continue to start doing the right thing when it comes to this coronavirus, and our plans to keep fighting. All right, we'll be back on the other side. You listen to the WOM 92.9 South Community Radio. We gotta keep fighting, y'all. But how y'all making out, man? How y'all making out with all this stuff going on, man? With all this corona. Yeah, I don't want y'all to ever forget this day. This is the day for the workers to really rise up, man. I put a post up yesterday that revolutions were born out of crisis, and I think the worker could really rise up, man, and really show their power. All right, we're back. You're listening to WOM 92.9 South Philadelphia Community Radio. Give you another edition of the 623 radio show. Listen, guys, we here. Corona virus, but we're gonna get through this. We got through so many other things as workers, deregulation and 9/11 and the Great Depression. And all these things. We're going to get through this too. Nothing can stop the worker. Nothing. No matter what comes, no matter what goes, no matter what happens, we are always going to win. No matter what happens. The one thing that's constant is the worker. Companies fold. The workers don't. we keep going. Because that's what we do. We work. And the companies, they benefit off our labor. And around this time, I think the country sees it. And so what we need to do is constantly remind each other that we're more than a body. We're more than just a dollar sign. We're more than just any of that. We're essential, but not to just what the definition says. Absolutely necessary, and it describes us as being all these great adjectives and this, that, and the other. But we're more than just what the dictionary and the definition says. We're more than that. Whenever you can move an entire country, that's more than essential. Whenever you provide service for people who can't provide them for themselves, you're more than essential. Whenever you could shut down a corporation or anything like that, you're more than essential. And I think whenever the American worker realizes the power that they have, these companies they're not going to do whatever they want to do to the worker. Now, we do have our responsibilities, and I don't want to make it seem like we could just do what we want to do. That's not what I'm saying. Go to work, do the job, and they can't do nothing to you. That's the main thing. You show up to work. There's nothing that any company can do to you. Show up to work, do what you're supposed to do. Anything outside of that, you can fight. But first thing you got to do is show up. Don't give the company or any company a chance to want to get rid of you. Once you take that part away from them, what can they do to you? And we see that now. We see that now. This country, man, is run on the back of the worker. And I hope that whatever you feel about me, politically, whatever, always remember that this country does not operate, does not exist, does not move, doesn't do anything without you. The sacrifices that these workers are making right now, the nurses, the package handlers, the post office, the grocery store workers, these guys are putting their own personal lives at stake to keep this country running. I hope that, we take this and just never let nobody forget it. Don't let anyone forget this. I'm telling you. When you got a contract coming up, you should go back. Hey, listen, it was us out there. It wasn't you. It wasn't you out there. It wasn't you, Mr. and Mrs. CEO. It wasn't you, big business. It was the worker. It was the worker moving this stuff. And so, and that's going to be the message. That's going to be the message, man. And I'm telling you, we're going to be driving that message home. It's going to be a broken record. I can tell you now, you're going to hate 2023. You're going to hate. If you don't hate me now, you really going to hate me in 2023. I'm shirts, wristbands, water bottles, pens, man. Oh my God. Yo, I'm telling you now, I'm not letting this company forget nothing. Every time they want me on some type of news, radio, listen, it's going to get ugly. Just do the right thing. Do the right thing. And you won't have no problem. You won't have no problem. That's all we want. Just do the right thing. We're not asking to be rich. We're not asking to be rich. We're just asking what's fair. What's up, Scott? What's going on, man? Yeah, man, we gotta make sure these companies know, man, who we are, where we stand. Shout out to all my brothers in Brown, all my and I want to touch base on this because I heard it a lot last night. Not a lot, but I can see it, and I kind of want to address it now before it gets out of control. What happens sometimes is, and I get it. The package car driver is the face of the company, and a lot of our inside workers, they feel left back because when people talk, especially about being the backbone of this company, they leave the inside worker out. And I heard some guys talking about it. And they always talking about the driver. And they do that because it's not. I don't think they. I'll say this: they do it because the driver is the face. I don't think they do it on purpose as disrespect to the guys on the, and gals on the inside. It's just because the driver is the face of the company. So I want to let the inside worker know and the package car drivers know. All of us are the backbone of this company. We are the one that's keeping this country running. The package car driver, the inside worker, all of us work together. We coexist. You know what I mean? Now, I know that, the package car driver, they get the accolades, they on the movies and this, that, and the stuff. I get that and I understand it. But that's not to diminish what you guys do, the inside guys. I'm an inside guy. I've been on the inside like my whole career working at UPS. So I get it. But I also understand why the package car driver, they're in the front because of the face. They're what the company puts out there on the street. That's why. So don't take that as a knock against what the inside worker does. I think that's just something that we use to divide ourselves. And then the company is dividing us. CEO is going to divide us. The government, when all these laws, they try to break unions, divide us. I don't want us to divide ourselves because a group of people in our job may get more time or more spotlight than the other. All of us are in the same bag. All of us. All of us are in the same bag. All of us are essential. All of us keeping this country running. All of us. The inside worker, the package car driver, the stock worker at the grocery store, the nurse, the doctor, the front line, the first responder. All of us are on the front lines working to keep this country moving. And I don't want just because you're not getting the spotlight today means you're not part of the team. You are a part of the team. You are a valuable part of the team. Don't let, because of they're saying more about this group, affect you. Don't let it happen. Listen, all of us are essential. All of us are essential. All of us. And that's the message today I want you guys to understand. All of us are more than essential. We are everything to this country. Don't let your boss, your manager, the supervisor, CEOs, don't let them forget this day. Don't let them forget this time. Remind them. Now do your part at your job. Do your part. But also remind them, hey, listen, I'm the reason why this country is moving. Not you. I'm the reason why you can go to the grocery store and still pick up your groceries. Not you. I'm the reason why you're still getting all those things that you're ordering online and this. Not you. And we need to constantly remind ourselves that. And I think once the American worker gets that in their mind and their thought process that they're valuable, they're essential, they're everything, I think when it comes time to participation in unions, participations in demonstrations, picket lines, and strikes, we'll get more of what we want and need. And I think this could be the starting point of that, because like I said, crisis, man. Revolutions are born out of crisis. They are. And I think this is the time for the worker. I mean, I would invite anybody to argue with me. This is the time of the worker. There's no better time than now to be a worker. Everybody depends on us. Everybody. If we stop right now, Corona would be, and I don't want to, I don't want to say that out of context. If we stop right now, this crisis will be the least of our worries. If the worker stops, if the worker stops. And I want to make that clear. I don't want that to be taken out of context now, because I know how people do. I just want you to understand that the worker is the reason why we can fight this virus. We can still provide for the country. It's because of the worker, not anything else. Not anything else. When you see these guys going up and down the street delivering these medical kits, the worker. When you go to the grocery store and you able to go get your rice and your beans and your meat, the worker put it there. So always remember that. It was not the CEOs. And I'm going to keep saying this. When they first came up with this plan, when the government said, yo, we need such and such, they did not go to David Abney and say, yo, David Abney, we need you to get behind a truck and deliver these packages. They didn't go to Jeff Bezos and all these other guys. They went to Jeff Vekowitz. They went to Joan Miller. They went to Joey Mitchell. They went to my man Tom Joseph from last night. They went to Kathy Cruz and Lou Ramos and Tony Oliver, Pierce, Ed Brooks. They went to Tiny. They went to Ryan Boyd. They went to Kissy. They went to all these people and said, we need you to deliver this stuff. That's who they talked to. They talked to them. That's who they talked to. They went to their families. Hey, listen, we know we putting your family at risk, but we need this worker. We need him and her to do the job. They went to them. I ain't seen David Abney out there yet, y'all. I ain't seen him out there. I got you, man. I got you. Yeah, they so and I'm telling y'all, we're gonna be out there preaching that same message. We're essential. They said it. And we're gonna make them live up to it. Every single day. Every chance we get. That's what we're gonna do. Whenever things slow up, when this crisis is over, companies start trying to dominate us, talk to us any kind of way, gotta fight to get your money, we're gonna remind them. We were essential. We are essential. And we're gonna continue to be essential. But that's when the American worker got to keep in their mind that, hey, listen, this is what's happening. So to all my people at 623, we're going to fight this whole preload thing at Oregon Avenue. Listen, guys, we're going to fight it. I don't like it. Like I said, you got a lot of senior guys having to change their whole schedule around this, and I don't like it. I don't. The grievance was filed. We're going to fight it. So all this stuff that's, oh, man, we ain't fighting. We fighting. Everything we fighting. Every single thing we fighting. Everything we fighting. We fighting this whole situation here. I know, Rudy. And then they get on TV and talk about, Scott. Then they get on TV and say, well, we're following the CDC and we're cleaning the bath and the truck. They ain't doing none of that. I'm telling you, I was in there last night. I took pictures. Trash everywhere. Trash everywhere. But then they gonna get on TV and say, we clean it. They don't clean nothing. They may clean it more now because they got blasted on TV the other day. But they don't care. I'm telling you. It's more the more I deal with these on sitting on this side, I sit a lot different. When people say the companies don't care, they really don't care. I'm telling you, they don't even care about their own people. Supervisors are even mad that they got to go through this stuff. And if I could tell you what they say, man, listen. I want y'all to listen to the Rick Smith show. We did an excerpt with them, and we got another one. We got another one coming out soon. It's not stopping. We're gonna keep putting pressure on these guys. I don't care. They can't do nothing to me. Somebody told me, hey, Hooker, man, you got to be careful. Listen, I don't care. I just don't. I don't want to get all biblical. But one of my favorite scriptures that God didn't give us the spirit of fear, but of power love, and sound mind. Power, love, sound mind. I don't have to fear anything. The members have the power. I love the members. And we're going to do sound adjustment to keep us with the sound mind. I'm not worried about them dudes. They can't do nothing to me. They can't do anything. And they can't do nothing to you. You do what you're supposed to do when you're working, there's nothing they can do to you. Fear has no place in the union. It has no place. And your leader cannot be afraid to speak truth to power. They just can't. These guys are never going to stop. They're not. We got numbers that back up the fact that UPS is always going to be UPS. And we put it out there on our virtual meeting a couple weeks ago. Because there was a big gripe. Well, not gripe. People were concerned that when we got in office that we were going to cause a lot of people to lose their job because the way we were going to be attacking the company, right? So what we did from the beginning of the year, we kept a track of numbers of what the outlook of the discipline, and we know which areas are being hit the most, right? And in February, it was like 246 overall disciplines. Most of them coming from the midnight shift at PHL. 246 accounts against our members. So most of them are warranted. I'm not one of them guys that our people put themselves in a bad situation. They do, right? And they do. I'm not gonna be one of them guys that just keep pointing the finger at the company. Yeah, they do a lot of wrong, but we enable them to come at us, right? It was 246 acts of discipline against our company. Against our people, right? On the flip side, you had a minute amount of people filing grievances, and most of the people filing grievances were from the e-board. It wasn't the shop stewards or the members. So to get this notion out of people's head, you guys got to understand, UPS will always be UPS. But it's time for us to be the union. You got leaders to go and fight for you now. That's not an excuse. We're going to give you the tools. We're going to empower you. I'm not afraid of those guys. They have yet to say anything to me about what I've been doing. They go to other people. Oh, we can't believe he went to the news. You got my number. You know where I work at. Come talk to me. If you got a problem with what I'm doing, my number ain't changed, you know where I work at. You see me in the building. So, listen, this is not me trying to be this tough guy. I've always been tough. Always been this guy. Always. And I'm always going to continue to be this guy. My job is to empower our people. I need the people to get this mindset that you're essential, you have value, and they can't do nothing to you. Watch what happens when that translates into the workforce. It's going to be a whole different ball game. But you guys got to stop being afraid. You guys got to stop being afraid. You got to stop being afraid. So until that happens, listen, we're gonna keep doing this. Like I said, it's more to come. It's a whole lot more to come. And you know, and I don't mind. I'm like I said, they know where I work at. They can't do nothing to me. I'll be in there. They got my phone number. They know where the hall is at. So they got my address too. They got all of that, man. I ain't going nowhere. So, you know, it says, so my question is, do we get something after Corona? Man, listen, once this crisis is over, brother, we're just going to have to keep putting the pressure on the company every single day. You know, this virus really is an eye opener for a lot of people, and I hope the working class is paying attention. There is, you know, a lot that we can do after this and during this. We just have to take this opportunity and really rise to the occasion. This country is nothing without the worker. Absolutely nothing. And I'm going to keep saying this. When they wanted this stuff moved, they didn't go to the CEOs. Abney is not out there delivering packages. Bezos ain't out delivering packages. They in their $1 million mansions on a computer, watching TV, looking at numbers, while you putting your family at risk of catching this thing. You know, I'm not even out there, but I'm in the buildings because I want you guys to know that we are fighting for you. Whatever I got to do, putting pressure on the company, filing a grievance, going to the governor. I don't care. I really don't, because there's nothing that they can do to me. I don't fear them, and I just don't. I just don't, man, because they need us more than they realized. And now I think everybody knows that. Once the American worker realized their true value to this country, there's nothing that no one's going to be able to do. Nothing. It's up to leaders. It's up to rank and file people. Even if you're afraid to get out there in the front lines and talk, it's up to you to empower your brother that you're working next to, your sister that you're working next to. Let them know that they do have value. They do have power. They just got to know how to use it. And that's where we come in, you know. And that's where we come in. That's where we come in. And we're going to keep doing this job. I'm telling you, man, I'm excited. But I am concerned that I know a lot of people that they are afraid and they're fearful, and they don't. I guess they're fear of retaliation. But my words of encouragement to you is, you don't have to be. You don't have to be afraid any longer. If you were afraid, this pandemic, this crisis that we're going through, should let you know and understand how important that you are. There's power in the worker. I mean, that's it. There's power in what we do. There's power in what we provide. You know, no one can do what we do because we're the best at it. We're the best. We are the best at what we do, and I'm telling you, it's gonna be some changes, man, happening. There's gonna be a lot of changes. Shout out to my brothers 804, their radio show that comes on, I believe, every other Sunday. What the heck? No, the Union Power Radio. From, I believe it's 6 to 8. I think they change the time from time to time. I want you guys to listen to today's show too, man. It's very, 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 very powerful. The Gemini and Tow Truck Show, it comes on every Sunday at noon, Eastern Standard Time. Really good show. So there's a lot of people out there putting a lot of information that I think we could really piggyback off of and feed off of. And I think this is a good time for unions to really piggyback off each other with ideas and do certain things. What's working in your area? What's working over here? How can we, get that together so it can work everywhere? And that's going to have to be our message moving forward. The working class is more than essential. America does not move without us. Doesn't move without us. Does not move without the worker. Nothing moves. Absolutely nothing. And once we realize that, you'll get to tap into your true identity, your true power, and you'll get the experience of something that you never experienced before, especially coming from this company. And you won't have to depend on them to give it to you, because it's already yours. But we got about 2 minutes left, y'all. I just want to, tell you guys how much I'm proud to be a Teamster. I was always proud, but now, man, I'm brimming with joy, hope, power, love. Because I understand and I know which I've always known, that we are the most essential part of this country. Now everybody sees it. Everybody sees it. From the White House to the No House. Everybody sees it, man. I'm telling you, everybody. Now it's going to be up to us what we do with it. That's my question to you before I get off air. Now that you know you run this country, now that you know that you are the most valuable asset to this country, now that you know that you have the power, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? Don't let these guys, CEOs, big businesses, corporations, take this power from you once they feel like, oh, we don't need you no more. Don't let them take it from you, because they didn't give it to you, and they can't take it away. All right, I'm going to get out of here. I feel myself going somewhere else. Yes, man. I'm starting to turn into my pop, y'all. So I'm going to get out of here. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. We're going to continue to fight. I love you. We love you. Continue to stand up. Know your worth. Know your value. Know your position. Know your power. All right? God bless. We love you. 623.